I'm Britt Kennerly from Florida Today. I've been working on a project about my mother's battle with dementia. It's called The Long Goodbye. And as I've worked on it, I've come across a lot of photos that mean a lot to me, and I wanted to share them. I love this smile on my mother's face. I sent her the red dress she wanted for Christmas. I also sent her a red sweater. We couldn't find the black tights she was supposed to wear, and so she insisted on wearing black slacks beneath the dress, which is just fine because whatever she wanted, to see that smile on her face, I don't care if she was wearing pajamas beneath it. My mom started writing in a University of Kentucky notebook back in 2014 after signs of dementia started to show up following a mini stroke in October of 2016. She would write down every pill she took, what time she took them. This is the last entry in that notebook, Wednesday, May 20th. It was 2016. And you can see from the math there, she was trying to figure out how old she was that day, that year. This photo just breaks my heart because she asked me so many times over the last 2 or 3 years, how old am I now? Now, how old will I be on my birthday? And then she'd always say, well, that's really old. I can't even imagine what was going through my mother's mind as she looked at me in this photo. We had gone for a drive. This was in late 2017, and we had stopped to get something to eat, and she just sat and stared at me for a few minutes while my older sister was inside getting the food. We sat there and ate in the car after that, and she perked up a little, but it was like for a few minutes she couldn't figure out why we were in this car or what our relationship was, and she just looked so troubled. But that look told me how much she needed us, just as much as we've always needed her. My older sister Linda and my mother lived together for about, from 2011 until my mother's most recent hospitalization in the nursing home stay, which is stretched into the present. My sister visits our mother every night unless she absolutely can't because of work or illness, but nothing much stops her. It's a long day, but as she says, she has done so much for me. She helped me raise my children. She was always there for us, and I can't thank her enough for all of the warmth and love she's shown our mother when I can't be there. This is a hard photo to see. When I call my sister and my mother in the evening and we sometimes talk by FaceTime, sometimes the result will be this. My mother doesn't realize that I can see everything that's going on, and I'll say this or that, and she'll start to cry, and I don't know if it's because of something I said or if it's just, the effects of dementia, but it doesn't matter why. All I know is that my mother is crying and I'm not there, and I so want to climb through that phone and hug her. This photo is probably one of the hardest for me to look at. It was just after Christmas, and we had decorated my mother's room, and my husband and I were visiting and trying to spend as much time with my mother, quality time, as we could. And at the end of a couple of really busy days where we'd gone for drives and gone out to eat and just shared time together without even talking, we took her to her room, and I knelt down in front of her to talk to her, and she wouldn't talk. She wouldn't say anything, and she just stared straight ahead. And I stuck my hand out, and she held it, but no words. And I have no idea if she was just unable to think about my leaving or if she was just tired. I just don't know. And it's that look on her face that just says, you know, I'm here, but she just couldn't express what she wanted to say, and so she didn't say a word. I don't cry in front of her if I can possibly help it. I never cry in front of her. I will go outside and cry, or cry all the way home, or as soon as I get out the door, but I don't cry in front of her because I know if I do, other people around me will. I can't tell you how hard it is for me to go through a day without seeing that my mother is calling me. And she has never picked up a phone and called me again. And it just kills me to think that she is not that bright, funny, wonderful person who loved to talk with me and help me navigate life. But then again, I know that she is still that same person. That love is there. When I see her, when I talk to her in those great moments where she knows exactly what's going on happen, I can't say how much those mean to me. And so yes, I have those moments where I am just devastated that I can't pick up that phone and call my mom right now and say, "Hey, Mommy, it's Britt Kennerly, girl reporter," and she'll say, "It's my Lois Lane."